All right, guys, buckle up. Here we go.
The system is going to collapse. The way that we're doing things right now is not working. People are working full-time jobs. They can't pay their bills. They can't afford rent, their car insurance, their car payment, all of it. It's too much. The prices are going up. The jobs are disappearing. Something is going to happen, I can tell. With AI is advancing way too fast, and humans are not doing it the right way. The jobs are going to get taken over by AI. Then people aren't going to find work. Their bills don't go away. They're not going to be able to pay their bills. What happens if all of us collectively can't pay our bills? What are they going to do? Shut off the water and power for the entire city? Like, what's going to happen?
There's a storm coming. Y'all better get your families prepared. I mean, with everything going on TV, you're reading and you're seeing and all that, that just ain't just a hoax. It's really what's going on. Government shutting down, wars, rumors of wars. It's all in the Bible, in the back of Revelations. I ain't trying to sit here and preach to you or anything. It's just the facts. Look, get your family ready. You better have a plan B. Don't just sit around until the moment comes and then you go get into panic mode and you start running around trying to figure out what you're going to do. Start getting things in line now. I'm just telling you from what I've heard and been taught all my life. This is my opinion on. But you better get your families prepared. Preparation is key, and I say this all the time on here. Don't sit around and get caught with your pants down. Look, because I'm telling you right now, something brewing, and then we ain't gonna like it. And if you ain't prepared for it, you're gonna get caught right when it hits, and then you ain't gonna know what to do. I'm just doing this to try to get you aware of what's happening around us and quit putting a blind eye to it. Because look, something's about to happen. I'm telling you right now, the government shut down and all this stuff going on, it ain't good. It ain't normal. So when something ain't normal, you better get prepared for what ain't normal. I love you, mean it. Try to get on here and be as truthful and as honest as I can. That's just my opinion, and it don't mean nothing. I'm a nobody. But I'm telling you right now, son, there's a storm coming, and you better be prepared for it. Love you, man.
So that's what I mean. You know, there's so many people I run into in my daily life that feel the same way as this gentleman. Uh, I know I can't be alone in these thoughts. I know I cannot be. I know there's more people out there like you that watch these videos, and you get it. You understand. You really truly do. There is something coming. Now, what it might be, but there is so many things, like, like I said, there's different aspects, different thoughts and opinions. People prepare for all kinds of different things, but it's too many now. I mean, back in the day, the fringe few, back 30, 40 years ago, 50, 60 years ago, our parents, they had doomsday bunkers, and they had to, because it was the threat of the nuclear war, right? It was a big thing. It was a nuclear age. It was a whole different thing. And then we went through in the 80s, we went through the you know uh, with the I can't think right now, but we had the Cold War. Sorry, we had the Cold War. We had, so there's always been a lingering threat out here somewhere, you know, in the distance somewhere. There's always been wars and rumors of wars, and different factions against other factions, and it's always been something. I mean, it's almost like the government, you know, likes to keep everybody separated and fighting, and got all this noise and busyness. This is this and this is this. All these things going on to distract us from what really is happening behind the scenes, right? But we'll get into the weeds on that in some other video. But honestly, though, there's a lot of things going on, and it's not just me, because I can feel it. You can feel it. It's just, things just don't seem right. They just seem off, They just seem off, guys. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know if everybody is paying attention, but times are getting really hard. I've had a lot of friends that had good jobs for years, being laid off. I've had people hit me up and asking they use me as recommendations and referrals and seeing if I could put them on things. And I'm just paying attention to the climate out here, and is getting pretty rocky. I've also had numerous friends tell me how hard it is to get a job right now. It's a lot of interviews. People are going through the interview process and going to two, three,
True.
4 rounds of interviewing and still not getting called back. I know people that's
True.
putting in 30, 40 applications a day, and they've been doing that for over 30 days.
I just made a video about that. So if you guys are curious about that, um, I'll put a link uh, over here somewhere, wherever it is. I'll put a link to that video, or actually it'll be at the end too, if you guys are curious about watching that. But that is true as well.
Still not getting anything substantial called back. So I'm like, I don't know if everybody's aware of how bad things are and how bad things are going to get. We're also like on the verge of going to war. There's countries in war right now, and I think because of so much distractions in the media and in like social media and entertainment and people keeping up with all this bullshit online, people are really numb to what's going on outside. But I say all that to say a storm is coming, and some people have already felt it, but it's nothing like what it's going to feel like when it really hits. All y'all that's buying jewelry, getting new cars, just adding to y'all motherfucking expenses and y'all workload and y'all overhead. I really hope you've taken in consideration that what you're making now might not be what you'll be making in a few months to a year. So you might need
Facts.
to recalculate some of these things before you keep taking on new burdens. Yeah. Good.
That's facts. Now, makes a good point there. Um, when the times get hard, and if we do have event, let's just call it an event, okay, that happens for whatever reason. Uh, I think you want to be in a very good situation. You're prepped up, stuff like that, but you don't want to have a lot of debt. You don't want to have any debt, and that's another video I'm going to make too. You really want to be debt free. You don't want to have a lot of debt or owe things to anybody at all. Trust me on this. I'm telling you. You don't want to be indebted to any man or anybody whatsoever, especially when something like this happens. I'm just going to tell you straight. Keep it 100. I'm not going to blow smoke. I'm telling you straight. Be debt free. If at all possible, try not to owe any government, any institutional, especially governments, banks. I mean, you do not want to owe anything that they can come and try to take anything from you, or in hard times, so definitely everybody out there getting under debt, buying jewelry, cars, houses, all these things right now, this is not the time. I just feel that personally. Now, that's my opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm not up here saying that, this is the way it's got to be. You got to figure that out on your own. I'm just telling you, in my humble opinion, and I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I've been around a lot. I've been in the military. I've been out of the military. Trust me. It's something that I would highly caution you to, yeah, try to become debt free, and that it's a good thing to do anyways, right? You don't want to have a lot of debt. That's facts. All right, guys.
Look, if you're not observant and you're not seeing what's going around in this country for the last several months, you need to wake up and open your eyes. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying that so you can start to get prepared. Look at every single day. There's something else new going on, something else major happening, and it just keeps continuing. So for yourself and for your family, if you listen to anything that I have to say, please start preparing to help your family and yourself. Make sure you have extra food. Make sure you have extra water. Make sure you have a plan if communication goes down, where you're going to meet, where you're going to stay. Make sure you have that bug out bag or a go bag if you need to leave quickly, that you have essential items in there. I'm not here spreading fear, But honestly, the track record of what's going on, it doesn't look like it's getting better. It's only getting worse. You need to remember that your main priority is you and your family. Throw out all the noise in the background, throw out all the bullshit that's going on, and just focus on making sure you and your family are prepared.
I'm pretty sure that my family thinks I'm crazy, but I've been stocking up on more food. And I even bought 2, to start off with, food grade 5-gallon buckets to get more rice and beans in bulk because I don't want weevils. I don't want other pests. I'm fine with them thinking I'm crazy because you know what? They can think I'm crazy and be thankful for it someday. And if not, they can think I'm crazy and we'll still have food. You know what I mean? I don't care.
It's about to get real. Now, I don't know what preparedness means to some of you, but baby, you better go ahead and get prepared. And if you waiting for the news to tell you, oh, well, you need to run out, you need to get this, it's too late.
But you better start stocking up right now. Now's the time to start stocking up. Something is getting ready to come, and it's not going to be pretty. And those of you that feel like, oh, this is a fear-mongering post, okay, yeah, call it what you want to. But just keep in mind that you don't want to wait too late. You don't want to wait too late. Because if you wait too late, yeah, you're going to come back and be like, oh, I should have listened. Listen, start stocking up on food right now. I think I'm going to go grocery shopping this week or next week because something is brewing and it's not looking good. I don't know if it's just me, but I've been feeling this eerie feeling in the atmosphere lately. And if y'all been feeling the same way, come in if you agree. But there is something, those that really got discernment, there is something that's getting ready to happen. And it's not going to be good for the United States. So stock up. This is not a scare tactic. This is informative. This is information to just let y'all know it's time to stock up. Don't say I didn't warn you. All right.
I'm not sure many people actually realize the extent if something happens and the longevity that it will take. Power's out. Great. I have enough things prepped for 2-3 weeks. I'm fine. Do you realize you might not have power in 2 to 3 weeks? You might not have power in a month. You might not have power in 6 months. You might not have power for a year. Your items that you've stocked are now dwindling because you are running out of time. This is a real truth. This can be a real scenario that you're living. That's why it is so important not only to prep everything, but you need to look about your long-term survival. How you can sustain life. You want those skills. How to garden. If you have animals, farm animals, hopefully you know how to have them reproduce or how to live off the land if you're in an area so they can still stay alive. Renewable, sustainable energy. Solar. Do you have options set up that you are able to live with solar panels? Do you know how to filter water manually if your filter straws fail or you've used them all up and you've run out at this point? You've run out of your water supply. Do you know how to hunt? Do you know how to gut it? Do you know how to preserve it? Do you know how to cook it? This is real truth that I need you guys to realize that yes, something small can happen and we can be without something for a week, 2 weeks, a month, but it can also go for months to years. And that is my point for everybody to realize that shit can be serious, because what is more shitty than you prepping and you being prepared and you have everything and you have lived 6 months to a year without any power and anything and you run out of supplies and now you don't make it because you don't know the basics to sustain. And that is so important.
You know, she makes a point. It's all about sustainability, right? Like, there's a lot of preppers out there and a lot of people that will prep and they preach prepping and I totally get that. And it's good to be prepared. It really truly is. But without that sustainability, how far are you going to get? I mean, that's the key. You got to be able to sustain yourself, life off the grid, right? You got to be able to be, you know, if shit does hit the fan, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, maybe you saved up for a week or two, or maybe a month. Maybe you got stuff to last a year. But what then? I mean, like short term, short term preparedness. That's fine, and you need that for like shortage of electric shortage or power shortage or a natural disaster, something like that. That's good things to be prepared for. 100% agree with that. But if things really go south, and I mean you are like SOL and you have nothing, are you really set up to live and survive? Especially if you got kids, if you got a family, what are you going to do? I mean, resources eventually run out. Do you have a way to clean water, to get it out of the ground, or to filter it from a river, lake, stream, whatever? Because the bacteria and stuff. I mean, you need to filter it. You need to protect yourself. You don't want to get dysentery or get sick or whatever. So, do you have things like that? Do you have enough supplies and enough resources and tools and equipment to farm and to raise livestock and to and if you do, you have to feed your livestock? Or can you go hunting and gathering, go out in the woods and hunt and gather? Do you have the books and the knowledge to get the right berries and the right mushrooms and the right things to not make yourself sick or poison or kill yourself? Because there's a lot of things out in the wild that will kill you. How many people truly spend time in the woods, in the wild, and really understand what they're doing? Not many. Truly not many. We've been you know, um, conditioned, so to speak, and we've given up a lot of these skills for convenience. We were never taught these skills because our parents never passed it down like they did 100, 150, 200 years ago, when they would pass this knowledge down from grandparents to parents, and they'd pass. But now, how many kids nowadays go home, get on TikTok, get on their little phones, play their games? They don't even have any interest in going in the woods. They don't care. I mean, this is not everybody. There's some people that do, but the majority of people don't do this anymore. I mean, take hunting for example. I know in our area, it used to be a big thing, but it's really gone down. Like the DNR and stuff, the licenses, the sales of licenses have gone down quite a bit, because the younger generations are not picking up the sport. They're not picking up the skills. They're not going out and hunting, fishing, doing all these things. They don't care. They don't That's not what interests them anymore, right? So I can see where she's coming from, because yes, you can prepare and you can prep and you can do all these things, and that's wonderful. But I'm going to say probably 80 to maybe 90%, just pull numbers out of my head, like I'm not a uh, you know mathematician here, just bringing up numbers, but I'm pretty close to my accuracy. But 80-90% of individuals that prep probably just prep for the short term. They probably don't even prep thinking sustainability, thinking for the long term. Now they are people that do that, trust me, I get that. And but how many? You know what I'm saying? So the everyday person, they're going to be in trouble. I'm just saying. All right, what we got next, guys? Let's take a look at this guy and see how much he's got 3 years. 3 years worth of prepping. He's been busy. And this, I get it. It's expensive, right? Not everybody can do this because it's expensive. But this is when you start early, and you can, over time, you can slowly build up. Like this guy's been doing it for 3 years. There's people out there been doing it for 10, 15, 20 years, right? Start now, today, and then slowly build up. Don't wait until it's too late. Like, oh my God, there's an event. Now what do? Well, you're going to go to a shopping store and it's going to be gone. You're going to be fighting people and it's going to be madhouse. Don't do that. Prepare now. Start slow. Even if you can only get a couple things, 1, 2, 3 little things, start small. Start to build up a little bit of a supply. That's how you get it going. You start now for the future, right? Because you don't want to wait. So start small, and use common sense, right? Let's see what these guys got. Let's see what he's got.
Years now, and I've acquired quite a few things.
Holy crap.
I've been getting ready for those natural disasters, economic disasters, political disasters. We stocked up on a lot of the short-term foods that you might use within 2-3 month period. Stocked up on your freezer foods, things you can store for a couple of years and don't have to worry about it. We've stocked up on home defense, family defense, self-defense. We got a lot of things that a lot of people just don't think about. A lot of times, a lot of people think it's pretty extreme. It certainly don't hurt to be ready for anything. You never know when your local water system's going to get contaminated. Even if you're on well water, something could spill and contaminate the groundwater. And having that long-term food for when you have to hunker down for a long time really helps. We have solar generators, we have backup batteries, we have solar panels, and we have power inverters. Plenty of toilet paper to combat that toilet paper shortage. Packing food away in Mylar is definitely something we did a lot of. Having go bags ready to go just in case you do have to go, it's also a definite thing you should be doing. Alternative ways to filter water is also a good thing. Stacking up on sriracha.
I don't know what it is with Americans and their toilet paper. It's crazy. Seems like every video I get into, it's like stocking up on toilet paper. Okay, we get it. All right, what do we got here, brother?
Hey, from sunny South Carolina.
Hey, South Carolina.
I had a few
Shout
ideas
out.
for some videos I wanted to do today, but I guess I'll put my 2 cents in on this
Yeah,
whole
brother.
thing with getting prepared versus all the
Quick note, shout out to the brother's beard, man. He got a killer beard. He got a killer beard going on, man. Digging the beard, man. Digging that vibe, bro. Like that. I used to have a beard. I actually have a beard. I shaved it off, but except for this little goatee thing. But man, I love that, man. I love that for him, bro. Killer freaking beard. Love that. Let's go.
items that have come up missing mysteriously lately. Guys, it's getting scary and it's getting real. Like, it's not even funny anymore. People called preppers crazy for decades, and a lot of people still go, prepare for what? You guys are crazy. Nothing's going to happen. Or they think the government's going to protect them, or our military's going to protect them. Guys, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody. At the end of the day, nobody's coming to save you.
That's facts.
Even if a burglar knocks on your door and you called the police, how long is it going to take him to get there?
Right.
Let's just start with that.
Oh, man.
But listen, man, there's so much going on.
That's true what he's saying. You are kind of alone in this world, except for you and your family, some close relatives or whatever. But really, emergency services, they're not like. Put it in a comment below, guys. Let me know below if you've ever experienced this. I'm curious to know if you've experienced, having to call emergency services or cops or somebody for whatever particular reason. You don't have to get into it, and you had to wait a long time. Let me know if that ever happened to you, because man, that's facts.
Right now, I don't even know where to start. Like it's.
But just start.
Over 400 bulletproof vests are now missing. A shit ton of explosives came up missing.
Yeah, that's true.
There was bunches and bunches of guns that were mysteriously missing. A lot of people keep saying, well, that was from 2018. Okay, it doesn't matter.
It
If
don't.
you're setting shit up, you're not going to do it all in one day.
It's still missing somewhere.
My main gripe about seeing all this shit today is I'm seeing these videos where people are combining all of this stuff together that has come up just mysteriously missing, and people are going, oh, well, this is an old video. It still remains relevant. Ammonium nitrate just came up missing from a train car.
I remember that.
And just because it was a few months ago, several months ago, it doesn't mean that it's not relevant. It doesn't mean that it's not somewhere in someone's capable hands with anything else. These aren't just coincidences, guys. It can't be anymore. It can't be. People that were in the military, people that.
So he makes a point. It's like in the last couple, 2-3 years, they've been quite a few things that have been come up missing, and I remember those. What he's talking about, and they never found it, never heard anything else about it. And we do have certain. I gotta be careful what I say, but certain cells, there's certain groups and individuals and things that are in the country that they want to do us harm. They're not the most friendliest people, right? So where do these things go? Who's got them in what hands? And it's almost like that's why we're collectively holding our breath, like we're waiting for something to happen. Everybody's, they're just, they just can feel it, right? You can just feel the energy, and it's a real thing, dude. It's not, don't, this ain't hyperbole, and don't take this, in the wrong way, but I know y'all feel what I'm talking about. I mean, I know, I can feel you getting this across, right? I understand that not everything is on the up and up, so to speak. So you get what I'm saying. So it's like we're every great nation has gone through this throughout history, right? Like Rome and all right, I'll get into that. I'll get into that in another video. But you get where I'm coming from. We've all everything has this. I'm gonna put it to you this way: every place and time has a season, right? So where are we? Where are we at in our season? You kind of get my drift. Where are we at? How long have we been around compared to other great civilizations, so to speak? So you kind of, what I mean. So yeah, yeah. Food for thought.
Hi, I don't know what you've been doing. If you've been collecting supplies of water, extra container of Band-Aids, Neosporin, or you have upped it to maybe even getting a backup power generator. But if I were you, I would get into high gear. Things are not good right now. They're going to get worse. And you need to have something to fall back on. If you listen to no other videos that I've made, listen to this one.
All right, guys. That does it for today's video. Appreciate you coming back and checking it out with me. If you found it informative or if you got anything out of it, please drop a comment, let me know, and consider subscribing and helping me spread the word and share the video. It really helps out the algorithm, and it helps small channels like me grow and become more aware to a bigger audience. But I really appreciate the help. Thanks a lot, and you guys remember, stay safe and be prepared. All right, guys. Till next time. See ya.